What is the South China Sea? I call it the Asian Mediterranean because just as the Mediterranean is the center of a world, the South China Sea is the center of a world too. It's the throat of international commerce where most of the hydrocarbon shipments, most of the merchant trade, the container ships all come together. And it's no secret why. The Indian Ocean is the world's global energy interstate because most of the hydrocarbons, the oil and natural gas, are in the Arabian Peninsula and the Iranian Plateau. And most of the customers increasingly are in the burgeoning middle-class flesh pots of coastal China, South Korea, and Japan. And so the oil, the natural gas, comes by supertanker from the Middle East across the Indian Ocean. Got news for you. A lot may have changed in technology, but the Strait of Malacca is no wider today than it was 400 years ago. And that's the most direct entry point into Asia. So that it comes through the Strait of Malacca, also the Banda and Sundak Straits, and all into the South China Sea on its way to coastal China, Japan, South Korea. It's also where a lot of merchant shipping comes through. Because remember, East Asia, to the degree that the world economy has a geographical center, it's East Asia. Two of the three largest economies, Japan and China, or rather than reverse order, are in East Asia, and South Korea is not too far behind. Again, all that traffic through the South China Sea. The South China Sea, unlike the Mediterranean proper, the real Mediterranean, has significant deposits of oil and natural gas on its own. How much is open to dispute, and there's a whole, I call it geological debate about this. But there are certainly significant deposits about this. Now, if you look at the South China Sea, you say, China claims an historic line that's called the cow's tongue. A cow's tongue hanging out with a big loop. It occupies this, it claims this whole underbelly, the whole 80% of the South China Sea. It's an historic line. It's not a legal line. Now, the Vietnamese, the Filipinos, the Malaysians, they claim what they call legal lines based on the Law of the Sea Treaty. Now, the Law of the Sea Treaty is complicated, it's boring, but it's actually simple. It's not about the sea, it's about the land. It's because where your land is tells you how much you can claim in the water. And so the Vietnamese are claiming 200 miles out in this direction. The Filipinos are claiming 200 miles out in this direction. And on it goes, and the Chinese are claiming the whole thing, or 80% of the whole thing.